Hi guys, Sara Da Silva here. This is my fourth episode of Sara Da Silva podcast, and I'm very happy actually because today I have a fellow Brazilian friend here, Pamella Arnold. It's actually not a really Brazilian name, Pamela. No. You're like, why don't you have a name like Sara Da Silva?
Fernandes.
Fernandes, yeah, that's a very Brazilian name. But anyway, no, it's always good when I have some Brazilians around. She's a big fan of Sara Da Silva, and it just happened that she's also an emotional eating coach, which suits me because I definitely need some coaching my eating, as you may know if you follow me on any social media. But we are in Charlton today at the Charlton Wellbeing Festival. We have had actually a really good day.
We did.
With different panels and event speakers. And I think we all feel a bit inspired, and it's a great actually time to do a podcast.
Yes, yeah. After the event.
Especially after the event. Of course, the event was more focused on how to be a well entrepreneur, which is the area that we are on. But I think because you are in a place where you have a lot of people kind of the same intention, you just feel that energy, just like, okay, I can go now and just do some content, you know what I mean? What are you doing now? But, well, I think emotional eating, Pamela. Well, actually, first, I would like to ask you, for those who do not know you, would you talk a little bit about yourself, what you do, what your business about?
So, I'm Pamella Arnold.
Not Brazilian name.
Not Brazilian name. The emotional eating coach. I'm also a qualified nutritional therapist and a speaker. And now a podcaster. With you here as a guest. What else?
What do you do?
Yes, I work with women, helping them how to overcome emotional eating, take control over food, control over their lives and their bodies, and just break that vicious circle of eating and not knowing what you're eating and getting overweight and not knowing, like, just that cycle that you can't stop. It's very hard to get off, so I help them break that cycle, lose the weight, take control over their life, their bodies and food, and enjoy life.
And I'm definitely like one of your profile customers because I do enjoy my food. And my husband actually, he always says, Sarah, you do have a problem with food because I tend to eat as much as him, but I'm getting better. But why do you think, I can see in the past we have such an obsession about food. I think food is everything. Like in my case, what I see, when I'm happy, I want to eat. When I'm sad, I want to eat. When I'm bored, I want to eat. Why do you think we have this obsession about food?
So I think first is when we are brought up, like the way being raised since we're a child. We never been taught how to deal with our emotions, how to process our emotions. So we've been taught how to use food to cope with our emotions.
That's true.
So you are sad, mommy gave you something to eat. You happy, let's celebrate, let's have something to eat. And then we grow up doing this over and over again and becomes a habit. And you do something without realizing, and just at some point in life, it becomes a problem because that starts taking over depending on the level. I think everyone has a level of emotional eating. Some people are aware of it, some people they're not aware, but some people don't have a problem. Like they can emotionally eat a few times a month or something, but that doesn't affect in a negative way. But some people have a lot of negative effect on a daily basis. And that's the people that I help because it's affecting their lives in a negative way.
It's like almost like an addiction.
It is, yeah. It's affecting, like, with the mental energy they're spending thinking about food, thinking about what they can eat, what they can't eat. If you're trying to lose weight, you start spending energy on how much weight you need to lose, or how you're going to lose weight, that you need to lose weight, and then so much energy around food and their own bodies that is becoming a negative outcome out of it.
Yeah.
But that's something that is just a habit.
Yeah.
That needs to be broken.
Talking from experience, I think I have spent a lot of time, like I've never really, for a long time, I didn't enjoy my body as it was at the time, because I would either being bigger than I thought I wanted to be, and I was trying to lose weight, or I was worrying about, I need to keep this look now. So I cannot eat that, this is bad food, this is good food. And I think that's something that you always kind of talk about, and the way, the relationship with what you eat, and just, I think we give too much power to food.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And I remember actually when you challenged me to give up the fufu bars, that I actually did it. I did manage to do that for a week. And then after, I was just like, life is too short. Life is too short. I'm going to go back. I'm actually not having that much now.
Yeah, I think it's all about what is the outcome you're having. If something that's not bothering you, just don't be bothered to get help.
Yes.
But if something bothering you, spending a lot of time thinking about it, a lot of energy thinking about it, and you feel that obsession. The obsession is really the amount of time you think about something that becomes an obsession.
So what kind of people look for you? Like which situation? Because the way I think is, for you to invest money to sort out your issues with food, you must be in a certain level. Do you know? It's not like
pain.
Because it's not like I'm going to a nutritionist just to sort out my diet, and I know I can handle it, and whatever this nutritionist say, I'm going to do. I'm sure the people that go for you are people that have tried to go to a nutritionist and didn't manage to actually stick with the diet, because that's not what she does. You would help with the nutrition side. But I think what you focus is more like your mindset around food, which is something that I always say, in my point of view, is the most important thing. Because honest, you would agree with me, I'm sure you would agree with me, I'm not talking about what is healthy and what's not healthy, but any diet out there, if you actually do it, you would lose weight. I'm not talking about if it's healthy or not, but if you actually did it, you would lose weight. So it's more about, the brain, the mindset. Are you actually able to stick to a routine day in and day out? And what are, let's say, the 3 tips that you would say, at least if someone wants to start to change their relationship with food, it's a must. They should be doing, like, right now.
Okay, so I think the main thing that I work most with my clients is, first, they come to me with a lot of pain. They try different things, but the common thing is, I feel out of control. I feel out of control of my life. I feel out of control of what I eat.
Not even only food.
Not only food, it's about everything, basically. I feel out of control of my life, but they all focus in food, because they think if I can control food and I lose weight, then I can control my life.
Oh, life is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's not how it works, right? We know, we experience the whole weight loss, and you know how that works. But they come to me with that pain of, I'm out of control. I'm in this loop of trying to get help and help myself, but I can't do it on my own. I know what I need to do,
but I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it, and I can't make myself do it. So if they have that, I don't want that sound bad, but that kind of victim mentality that
poor me, I can do that.
Poor me, I can't do it. Everything's against me.
Something wrong
with me, and that's okay, because a lot of people in that mindset, and that's why they're not achieving what they want to achieve.
But sorry to interrupt you, but sometimes I do think the times in my life that I actually took action was these times that I was in really, really deep pain. Like the first time, again, when I got Ireland, I got put on weight and I started to lose weight, was because I got in a point that I was in such a pain that I need to do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And I was aware as well. For somehow, I don't know how, because I know not everyone is, but you gotta try too. I was aware as well that it wasn't only my weight. I was very aware that the way that I was eating had something to do with the way I was feeling. And I think it helped me because I tried to my diet ended up being one of the changes that I was doing in my life. So there was a few things that I was trying to do together.
Yeah.
But that was me, my journey and my experience. I'm sure not everyone starts that aware.
Yeah, but you only get help if you are on the dipshit.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
You're not going to ask for help, you're feeling great.
Yeah, that's true.
So it doesn't matter that everyone's pain is different, but at some point that pain is going to drive you to find help, or even to do on your own, or to find someone who can help you. And that what happened to me in my personal life as well. I only started changing once I was in pain, and I started making changes.
It's just true, because we need to think, okay, it's like when people talk about mental health, I always think, okay, but that anxiety that I feel, do I need to look for a doctor? I think, you never really know how bad you need to be to look for help. So when what is that pain? When you talk about that pain, what is it in reality? How does it manifest itself?
Well, first they're going to emotional eat all the time. So that feeling of out of control, looking for food, thinking about food, and it is exhausting. So usually they're feeling exhausted, like, I am so tired, I can't stop thinking about this, and that drains the energy, and the whole fact that they start putting weight on.
They eat, they regret, and
exactly.
the guilt.
It's the whole pain of the feelings, basically. The guilt, the shame, the whole frustration and the anger.
I hate myself, I can't do that.
Self-loathing, all of those things. And all they want is the opposite. They want to feel confident, they want to feel happy, they want to feel energized, focused. Because then once you start eating badly, because you're not going to emotional eating broccoli.
Oh yeah, no.
Let's agree, right? You're going to go for bread and processed food and all that crap. So that affects your physical energy as well. So you get brain fog and low energy. You don't want to get out of bed. You struggle to focus and all of that. So that kind of just is a snowball and getting worse and worse and worse until they say, I have to do something. So going back to your question on the tips. Tips was the first thing, and I think is the most important, and as long as I work with my clients, I usually stuck on that tip, that first thing that we have to do, which is awareness. We have to be aware of how we're thinking, how we're feeling, what we're eating, what we're doing. Without awareness, we can't change.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like cleaning your house. You need to turn the lights on to see what is dirty so you can clean it. It's the same thing with the brain and your life. You need to know where the problem is, turn the lights on. That's not going to feel pretty, it's not going to look pretty. But if you want to change, that's what we need to do. So usually they feel worse until they get better.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That between the feeling worse and get better is this pain,
Yeah.
and then just suddenly you
And
just...
it's my job to help them walk through that pain and say, that's normal, that's nothing wrong with you, you just have a human brain that is working, you're going to get through it, just keep doing it. Because the practice, the same way you practice overeating, you're practicing not going to the gym, you're practicing...
It's a habit.
It's a habit. So you spend time doing it, it's a practice. So you need to create a new practice, new habit, you need to practice as well. So you just need to keep doing it. And that practice spends so much mental energy, and it gets tired, get exhausted. Sometimes I just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Do you know what? I'm just thinking here, the fact that we are Brazilian and we're speaking English, and
it's funny.
Yeah, and it's just funny. It feels weird. But talking about practicing, I remember when I first talk about the brain, the way that the brain helps. I remember when I first arrived in Ireland and I was learning English. I was going to the school every day, and the first few months I would go to the gym. No, I'm not talking about gym. I was going to the school. Then I was an au pair, so I would work from like 12 to 6. Mm-hmm. Go to my house, go to my bedroom, and I would sleep maximum like 7 o'clock and wake up the day after just to go to work, because it was so
mentally exhausting.
It is. It's just that's the thing that I think people need to be aware. Mm-hmm. Like, I think people are sometimes we're looking for quick fixing things and just, it's going to be easy. I just saw that girl a few months ago, she was big and now she lost weight, but they don't really understand what is behind it. And it's not only the diet.
No,
it's not. The diet it's part of the process, isn't it?
I did actually a post on Instagram yesterday about that, because people try to lose weight and try to get healthy, going through the whole negative, the whole like, I hate myself, I need to change. I hate my body, I need to lose weight.
How to love your body when you don't love your body?
Exactly, but that doesn't work. You can't go on your way to weight loss hating your body.
Yeah, but that's a real question. How to love your body when you don't love your body?
Okay, so what is love?
Taking care.
No, love is a feeling.
Yeah, no, I actually think love is action.
Yeah, but it's also a feeling. You just do loving things if you feel love.
You see, that's something that I think love, because if I tell you that I love you and I don't show you that I love you, mm-hmm. that means that I don't love you. But if I, like with my husband, I believe that he loves me, not because he tells me, but because he does things that proves me that he loves me. And that's actually what I always think about loving. This whole thing about, you have to love yourself. I think, when I say to someone you have to love yourself, I think you need to, again, do confidence, but it's that it's just you need to practice. You need to show with your actions. Mm-hmm. So the same way that you show your fiancé, we need to sort out this thing there, but I'm just joking. But the same way you show your boyfriend that you love him. You don't show him by telling him that you love him. You show him by acting. And I think people forget about that. That's the way we need to do it ourselves as well.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Yeah, just kind of you show yourself through what you do for yourself. Mm-hmm. So I always think if you have a child and you don't just feed them with everything that they want to, because otherwise you would just give sweets and that's not good for them. So you just kind of you control as well. It's just like, no, you need to have whatever.
The same thing you're going to do with yourself. You're not going to give sweets all the time.
Yeah, that's what you should.
But if you're going to talk about love, it's a long story.
Different.
But what I wanted to say is, like, you can't go to weight loss hating yourself, because it's going to be temporarily. And I did that for 13 years. What happened was losing weight, putting back on again, losing weight, putting back on again, over and over and over again, until you accept your way you are, and you happy the way you are right now without changing that. It's kind of, you need to feel good without having to change your body. And you change that by changing the way you're thinking about yourself.
Right.
Before you start changing your body. Because it is easy to love yourself once you have the body you want. Because your new thoughts about your body will be easier. Yes. The challenge is thinking of loving yourself and thinking loving thoughts about yourself when you have the body you want right now, not the you have right now, not the one you wanted. Once you accept and love it and also enjoy the whole process of losing weight, which is not easy, we know that, then everything becomes easier. So that's one of the things that is very important, to not go, because negativity creates more negativity. You go to weight loss with negative mindset and actions, the outcome will be negativity. Even if you lose weight, will be negativity. You can even hurt your health if you go crazy on crazy diets, right? Which is not healthy.
The way I see today, just like going back to when I lost a lot of weight, I had this thing in my mind. I had this idea that when I lost weight, I would be sorted. Mm-hmm. My life would be good. As you mentioned about that. And then, of course, when I did, I thought, oh, no, actually, that didn't happen. But the other things involved, that don't get me wrong, I felt very proud of myself to be able to do things. And what I always say about the losing weight journey is the fact that I like is the fact, the person that I become when I am committed to do it, to lose weight. So I am more true to myself. If I say I'm gonna do something, I do. So everything that I do helps me to get closer to my goal. It makes me feel prouder about me, because I think, I'm actually doing it. I'm cool. I'm doing it. I can do this. I'm proud of myself. It's not anymore the girl on Instagram, on Facebook, or on social media that I'm watching doing it. Mm-hmm. It's me. I changed my almost like who I was, and that's, I think, it's another thing that is very important when you are in this journey, because you almost change your identity. Because suddenly, you see, I remember when I started dating my husband, I was into fitness already, and I was training a lot. I remember when he went to my house and he saw a protein powder, he was like, oh, you have protein. Suddenly my protein powder that I would last a month, it started last like 10 days.
I wonder why.
Yeah. But the person that he met had a complete different identity than a person that I was 8 months before. Mm-hmm. That was overweight, not going to the gym, having very negative thoughts, not really following up on her words. So I think that's the fact that I kept my words with myself. Mm-hmm. Helped me to start to love myself as well. And I think that's the thing important as well, because it's challenging you about the love yourself thing, because being there myself, when you are in your journey, you never start from I love myself, then I'm gonna do this, it's actually all like,
you can't go from I hate to I love if you don't believe it. That's the thing. I can say I hate myself in a minute, I love myself, but if I don't believe it, that's not going to make an effect. You need to start having like step by step. So I hate myself, I like myself, and then I love myself. So you need to go through that process, but you can't start from the hate place, Because then you're not going to follow up, like you're not going to do what you say you're going to do. So you don't have integrity with yourself.
Yeah.
And then nothing moves. You get stuck on that loop of, oh, I want to do this, but I can trust myself, so I'm not going to do it.
Okay, let me be focused here. I asked 3 things, so we spoke about 1. So then one more tip that if you if you want to, if you're in this journey that you need to change something, not only weight, but if you need to change something in your life, what's the second
one? I'm gonna go back to just what I said just now. Do what you say you're going to do.
That's big.
And build that relationship with yourself of trust, because that's the main thing. If you say, I want to lose weight, or I want to stop overeating, or whatever you want to do, or want to start going to the gym, you tell your brain, I want to do this, and then you don't do it. And then what gives the message to your own brain is like, I can trust you, right? Imagine like you have a really relationship, like me and you, like a friend relationship. I say, I'm going to your house, and then I never show up.
It's that. Pamela,
So
I can trust her. Yeah,
you can trust her. The same thing with yourself. If you say you're gonna eat clean, or whatever is your diet, whatever you're trying to do to improve your health, you do it. But the important part is, it's gonna get to a point when you have to do it. You're not gonna feel like doing it. But then that's when you need to do it anyway.
Yeah, that's the hardest.
That's
I think
the
that's
hardest.
where everyone kind of. Oh, I think just
because
today.
you don't have the integrity, right? Because
Yeah.
you don't have that trust. But if you have your own back, if you trust yourself saying, I'm going to do this, and you do it, and then you say something else and you do it, and then you start building that relationship, at some point you become effortless. And it's something that is part of you. So every time I say, Sara, I'm going to call you, and I call you, you start believing me and trusting me that every time I tell you I'm going to call you, I'm always going to call you. And then that happens.
I know I talk a lot about my husband, but he is a big part of my life. But I was just talking with my mother-in-law just a few minutes ago, and we were talking about the way, like, he's very reliable. So, like, I know that if he tells me that he's going to do something, I don't worry. Like, there's no part of myself, he's not going to be there. If he says that he's going to be 10, I know he's there. So I trust him. There's no worry. I know it's there. But normally, with ourselves,
we don't do
it.
That.
Yeah, we don't.
Because it's easy to just tell your brain, no one knows. Right?
Yeah,
you have no
true.
accountability.
Yeah.
So what I tell my clients and I do myself, I put on the paper.
Would be the third one?
Let's put the third tip.
Yeah.
Then. Put on the paper. Write it down. What you want to do. That when
share with someone.
You can share it, but
that'll be a good tip.
In that point, like you need to trust that with yourself. Like it's a relationship with you and you, but coming to emotional eating is you need to plan your food and then you need to follow through. So you do what you say you're going to do, and then you start building that relationship. If you can't start doing that for the whole day, plan one meal a day and follow that meal
step by step.
I'm going to eat this amount of food, I'm going to eat this portion at that time, and then you follow through and then you start building that relationship. But you have to write it down, take out of your brain so you can see it, and then it's easier, one step ahead to follow up.
Well, that's actually really, I think that's, with these 3 tips, people can start. But if they want to know more, they can find you on social media. So what I'm going to do, we need to start to wrap up here because we've been talking for 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
It's been great, but it was a really, really good conversation, and I'm glad that we stopped to do that. So let people know, please, how they can find you if they want to know more information. I know that you actually offer a free consultation.
Yeah.
So they can have a talk with you and just share what they need and see if you are
help,
if you actually can help.
Good match, yeah.
So how they can find you?
So we have on social media, Pamella Arnold Coaching, Pamela with double L. We're gonna put in the link
here
and
here.
Yeah, my website, PamelaArnold.com.
Your Instagram?
Pamella Arnold Coaching.
Okay. Yeah, don't reach her out because, again, she is my friend, and of course I am going to be bragging about her, yes. But something that I admire her is her consistency. Every week, every Wednesday, when do you put the new video on and the new blog?
So it's Monday.
Every Monday, she's very consistent in her content. It's very real, good information. That again, it's something that I do believe. Losing weight is more than losing weight. So if you're really looking forward to, if you're struggling to reach your goals, and you think we're in this point that you could do with some help, please follow her and reach her out. Thank you very much, Pamella, for being me. It was amazing. Really enjoyed it.
Me too.
And thank you for watching one more episode of Sara Da Silva podcast.